Good morning, everyone. Just to give you a recap, in the last class, we were talking about cloud data engineer. We haven't talked about cloud. We were talking about data engineer. And for that, we wanted to understand how the pipeline works. We see only at the usage level, but we don't know what is happening in the backend, right? If you take an X-ray of your house, right? Specifically your like washrooms or wherever you have your washing machine, if you see background, it looks like this. The pipes will be connected from different places and the water flows it. And now we are not dealing with water, we are dealing with data, right? So this is an example that we have given, and the data is keep on increasing. We have different sectors: telecommunication, social media, maybe educational sectors, healthcare, banking. So all of this, they are getting the data in a very fast manner, and we have to make sure we process it, we transform it, and we wanted to get this created. For this, we have to have a proper system. So in order to have a proper system, when we're talking about this type of domains, we also understand that we have millions of applications and every application needs that data support. And the top 3 4 applications that you see here, the one which we use on a daily basis: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and WhatsApp. All of this, if you see the last 15 20 years where it was being launched, so obviously like we had a lot of applications that we're using and we need that support. And all of this is happening just because of this culprits: internet users, smartphones, sensors, right? And all of this. And finally, we got to know that what if suddenly the vehicles gather at a place? You will not be able to handle it, right? But what if you have a platform like this? Irrespective of whatever happens, you have a proper design, you will be able to get that traffic cleared. Similarly, here we are talking about vehicles. In our case, we will be talking about data, right? So that is where we finally entered into the subject. Who are we? We are all data engineers. Data engineers are the guys who extract the data from the different data sources, transform accordingly. When I say transform, in a layman terms, removing the null values, special character, white spaces, duplicates, making the data well organized, and finally loading. So the other name for you can also call it as ETL developers, right? ETL, extraction, transformation, and loading. But you know what? This is not new concept. There is nothing new here. Extract, transform, load, it is there from last 20 years. And for that, we already have tools like this. The traditional ETL tools that we already have, which can help us in cleaning, transforming, and loading, we already have this. But are we going to learn this? No, because these are all somewhere towards the expiry. It's not expired, it is in a very old age. Like maybe I would say 20 25 years we have been using this, and it has a lot of problems. The biggest problem is all these are on prem. When I say on prem, we have to install the software, we have to pay the license, we have to do everything on our physical servers, and we have lot of challenges in terms of maintenance costs, a greater capital like investments, all of this, right? But now we have come to a stage where everything is available, okay? You will not believe 2021 till 2023, 2 years, complete 2 years. During that pandemic time, I never stepped out of my house. Even if I want to do a haircut, the guy used to come to my house. Urban Club is there, right? So they used to come and they used to do food. We used to order groceries. We used to order things, any items you need. Amazon is there, Flipkart is there, right? If you want to even if there are a lot of things, right? Whatever you want, everything, there is an app. So literally I didn't even go outside house for almost 2 years. How is that possible? Everything is available, right? So when those applications are improving, there should be someone who's managing the things, right? So all these platform based applications are actually growing and becoming demand. You need to manage the data. So that is where the big data came into picture. A lot of applications, a lot of systems, a lot of websites have come into picture where you have to tackle the data. So that was a challenge which we had. And store this in the Excel, not possible. We have to look for some systems, right? So as I said, every session, even I'm whatever I'm speaking, my screen is getting recorded, my voice is getting recorded, so all this audio is getting recorded. It's more than a a 1 GB of file. So where will I store, right? And the challenge is I cannot store everything in the Excel, or I cannot prefer to store it in my laptop. This is practically not possible because managing 10 laptops is not at all easy. I have to hire 10 people, and if I hire 10 people, each one will be working from different states. Where can I go and gather all the information? It's highly difficult. I'm not saying impossible, but I'm saying it's highly difficult, right? So to overcome all this, there was a guy, when we say that we are spending 10 lakhs for managing this 10 terabyte of data, right? And there is a guy who comes from the sky and say that, don't worry, let me build it for you. Let me take care of your data. Let me provide you everything what you need. You take care your work. Maybe you're good at teaching, you teach it. KSR is good at managing the students, let them manage it. But I am here. Who are we? AWS, GCP, Azure. Who are we? We are the guys who will help you to provide the data management. We are the guys, we can provide you servers. We are the guy, we will provide you securities. So this is where cloud computing came into picture. Rather than me spending 10 lakhs here, right? Rather than me spending 10 lakhs for 10 systems, this cloud services, you know what they said? Hey, don't spend 10 lakhs. You give us 3 lakhs. We will do it. We will do it in a better way because we are the team where our day-to-day work itself is managing your data. We will do it, right? And that is where I gave an example yesterday. Buying a own house is like buying a on-premises system. Like this is the older version, right? People buying a on-premises softwares, installing in your personal machine. It's like buying a own house. Investments, registration, interior, applications, then again extra amount. Of course, I have to pay monthly also. Initial investment is also are there. There's the same own house. If I relate it to your software's licensing has to be paid. You have to buy the software, you have to buy the system, you have to buy the laptop, you have to buy the servers, you have to buy the database. Oh my god, how much of experience, I mean, how much of expenses I need to spend here, right? But very simple. If I start renting it out, I need to pay only for what I use. The same thing is what we are doing. We are opting for cloud. We are opting for cloud. When we are opting for cloud, they will take care of everything. We just need to pay. Today, how much I have used, for that I'll pay. Tomorrow, what I'm going to use, for that I'll pay. Now that is where cloud computing comes into picture. And we were talking about 10 terabytes, and today we have 175 gigabytes, which is coming from different companies. So every company has this data issue, right? You go to every company, and in fact, very proud to say that I've worked with almost 80 projects, 80. In the 10 years of my experience, I've worked with 80 projects. In all the 80 projects, one common problem is data. Data management. I don't know how to manage the data. I'm not having a specific system to manage it. So that's the biggest challenge. And when the data is keep on growing, 175 gigabytes, it's not a small number, right? Now, when I was also in the early age of my career, I was thinking, everyone said Java was evergreen. So people used to learn a lot of Java courses. And suddenly at one point of time, Java was a drop because the openings were 5, but 5,000 people used to come for this 5 openings. So the number of openings and the number of people who knew more become more, right? That was what happened for Java. Slowly what happened? People started learning a lot of other skills. Just like you people have a doubt, even I had a doubt. Is data related technologies is always going to be evergreen? Do we expect data engineering or a data science or a data analyst to fall down? May or may not. I'll tell you when it will fall. Okay. I'll tell you when the data related technologies will drop off, because somewhere it has to drop off, right? Let's see when it will drop off. If you're all thinking, hey, today I learned data engineering, but is it going to be the future for next 15, 20 years? I don't know. I don't have an answer because post COVID, I stopped predicting. Before COVID, I was predicting everything. This technology will be there for next 5 years. This technology will be there for next 10 years. But COVID was a good lesson for us, right? And you know what? It's already been 5 years. 2020 we had got COVID, and 2025 we are here, and it's already been 5 years. And a lot of things have changed in the last 5 years, right? But if you ask me specifically, personally, don't go and tell anyone. This is only for you. When does this data related subjects will fall down? There is a day it will come where we as a people stop using smartphones, stop using internet, stop using anything online, go for a offline. How we were using how we were using the system 20 years before. No Facebook, no WhatsApp, no online purchase, no Amazon, no internet, no smartphone usage. If the day comes, the data driven technologies will also fall down. Now you tell me, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen?
No.
No. Increases.
We have 8 billion people on this earth. 5.5 billion people are using internet on daily basis. Forget about everything. I'll tell you my personal experience. I can stay a day without food. I can stay half a day without even water. But I can't even run my business. I can't even work for a company. I can't even take this class if I don't have internet. So for me, more than food, more than water, internet is needed. Now that's what companies are dependent on, right? Everything has become online. And online is just not like that. We have to store the data, we have to process the data. The day all the companies go back to a traditional way, on that day, data driven technologies will also fall down. And you know practically whether it's going to happen or it's not going to happen, right? Now, there is another one thing which can happen, which will happen. That is, imagine we need 1 lakh data engineers. If all the guys who are coming out of the colleges, freshers, if everyone is scaling up on data engineering, now that is where supply and demand comes into picture. Now that is what happened for Java also. Everyone who is coming out of the college, when they ask their relatives, friends, colleagues, whoever is working, when they ask, hey, which course to do? Everyone will say Java, Java, Java. And now, as a fresher, if anyone is looking for a Java, if 5 openings are there, 5,000 people will come. The same situation can also come for data engineering also, maybe 10 years down the line. We need only 1 lakh, but 3 lakh people or 4 lakh people knowing data engineers can come, which is ideally now it is not happening. Today we have 1 lakh openings. We hardly get 60,000, 70,000 data engineers. This is what is a reality. But in future, who knows? A lot of guys can start scaling up on data driven technologies. But one thing I'll tell you, experience always matters. The early you start, the more experience and hands on you have, you'll always be valued. The work which I am doing, maybe 2 years, 3 years experience can also do it. But why they're still keeping me? That experience matters. So today, 2025, you will learn any cloud, you learn any cloud, and that cloud is definitely going to change your career path. Okay. I usually don't give any predictions, but you may forget KSR, you may forget Santosh, but don't forget this day, January 3rd, 2025. Going to tell you one statement. Don't ever forget this. Okay? And that statement is 5 years down the line, 2030, if now we are in 2025, in 2030, if you don't know any of this cloud service, I'm sorry to say this, your resume will just be like a tissue paper. I repeat my statement. In 2030, if you don't have any cloud mentioned on your resume will just be a piece of paper. What do you mean by this? The cloud is going to rule the world. We are into a world where data is generating like anything. Lot of companies are using data. Lot of companies are processing data. But if you don't know cloud, you will not be the right fit to work in IT. Okay? That's what I said. You may forget KSR, you may forget me, but don't forget this statement. Don't forget this date. I am telling you once again on January 3rd, I am telling you one statement. If you don't have a cloud in your mention in your resume in the next 5 years, your resume will just be a piece of paper, irrespective of whatever you are. You are a UI developer, you are a Java developer, you are a middleware developer, you are even an HR. You have to know cloud. So that is what is going to happen. Now, early you start, 2030, who knows? Even you will have 5 years of experience, the real 5 years of experience working in cloud, right? So, what is this cloud now? This cloud, just like I compared with a rent house or like a Ola and Uber, they provide the best service, right? So when you're riding a car, you have a lot of tension. You have to ride it by yourself. You have to take care of your car. You have to take care of your scratches. You have to take care of your other people. But if you're going in a cab, the guy whom you're trusting as a driver, you can even sleep in cab because you are paying for them and they are very good at it. They are very good at, they have experienced drivers, they have a very good vehicles, they have the ACs installed, everything they have, but you're paying for them. Just like that, these are all the cloud services which you're seeing on the screen: AWS, Azure, GCP and Hawaii. All these are cloud services which is going to provide you the service, and you just need to pay the money for them. That's it. So if you ask me, okay, Ola and Uber, I'm paying them money, am I wasting money? Definitely no. Because when you are owning your own car, you should still spend for petrols. You should still spend for maintenance. You should still spend for investments. But here, nothing. Same way, you need not to install any servers. You need not get any softwares. There are guys who will help you. Who are they? They are cloud, right? Now, with this ETL, that what we were talking about yesterday, as a data engineer, you will be extracting the data, transforming the data, loading the data, but you will not be doing anything in the on-prem tools. And yesterday I've given you open challenge. In case if you find out from anyone that a new project is getting started in any of this tool, I'll give you a blank check. That's what I told you. But existing projects are there, right? That I agree. They're also trying to move to the cloud. So the entire tool which can do the data cleaning, data transformations, and data loading into different systems, we are not going to do anything in on-prem. We are going to choose cloud service. And from data engineer, now we are moving to cloud engineer. What is a cloud? That entire building the pipeline we are going to do with Azure. So Azure is a cloud service that we will be learning in detail about all the services that is required for us, and whatever the pipeline, the data pipelines that we wanted to do, everything we will be doing it in Azure. Okay. Now, this is Azure data engineering, right? We are going to build the entire pipeline in Azure, and that is why we are Azure data engineering, right? Azure data engineering. Now, what is this cloud data engineering? Say, I'll give you a very simple example. Of course, don't eat, it's not good for your health. We have pizza, right? We have pizza. Pizza, the two main vendors who sell pizza is Pizza Hut and Domino's. Domino's also you will get pizza. In Pizza Hut also you will get pizza. Now if I ask you which is good, what you would say? Pizza Hut is good or Domino's is good?
Dominance.
Dominoes.
Both are good, but as compared for personal interest, everyone have a different opinion. So for me, Domino's.
Okay. I'll ask you a scenario for you. I hope everyone has tasted pizza. Okay, but don't eat. Okay. Here we are in the year starting. So don't try to eat junk foods. I'll give you a scenario. Personally, I have also had pizza. The one thing which I liked is pizza can be had only if it is hot. I mean, if it is hot in the sense like if it is delivered within 15-20 minutes, you can have it. But if you delay like you eat after 2-3 hours, you cannot eat because it has become cold, right? You cannot eat. Imagine the guys who are saying Domino's is good. This is a question for you. Domino's is 10 kilometers far from your house. Pizza Hut is 1 kilometer far from your house. The delivery time taken by Domino's is 45 minutes. The delivery time taken by Pizza is 10 minutes. Taste wise, both are same. Offer wise, price was everything is same. Now you tell me, would you still go and prefer to buy in Domino's? It takes 45 minutes and you know what happens to pizza. If it is hot, you can have it. If it is become cold, you cannot have it. Right? Will you still go for Domino's?
No, we
No.
prefer the Pizza Hut.
Right. You prefer Pizza Hut. Similarly, you consider AWS, you consider GCP, or you consider Azure. All three are service providers. All three are, all four, if you see, in fact, they provide you all the services which is needed for you. But the question arises is, which is the one we are going to choose for our business? Microsoft is always known for its security. Amazon Web Service is always known for its brand. Like this, Google. There is nothing to tell about Google. No competitor for Google. But they also have their own cloud, right? So similarly, every service has some ups and downs, positives and negatives, right? Pros and cons. But what is your need? What is your need? That is what we have to decide, right? Now, what we have experienced in the last 3 years is lot of on-premises projects are actually in the phase of migration, but the companies are not aware which cloud to choose. Just like you are choosing which where to buy pizza. Are you like opting for Domino's or are you opting for Pizza Hut? You don't know. You are in the deciding. You compare it, right? Directly you never go to Domino's or directly you never go to Pizza Hut. You compare. What do you compare? Quality, taste, price, distance, delivery time, and the services provided. Based on this only you will choose it. So similarly, I will also choose it depending on my need, right? So here we are not here to debate is Amazon Web Services better than Azure or Azure is better than GCP? No. Each one has their own pros and cons. What is my need? Right? I'll give you another example. One of the best smartphone that you can have is iPhone. There is no competitor for iPhone. So can I say that all the 85 people in this batch have iPhone?
No,
Why? It is best, right? Why don't you have?
because of some their needs and their budget, everything matters.
Yes. Doesn't always brand makes an impact. Lot of other features also comes into picture. I can proudly say AWS is the topmost cloud service. But what is our need? What is our need? Even I am using Android phone, right? So just because it is a iPhone is good doesn't mean that everyone will buy. It depends on multiple factors. Depends on your budget, depends on your usage. I usually don't use iPhone because of the usage. It's not that user friendly, right? And you have a limited apps. But Android, well, you can do whatever you want, right? So it always has some pros and cons. Similarly, every cloud has that positives and negatives, but here we will completely focus on Azure itself. Azure data engineering is what we are going to learn, but slightly one step above, because what we have faced in the last 2 3 years is companies are also in confusion which cloud to use. And we as a KSR team all are working employees, so we know what is happening in the market, so we change our syllabus accordingly. That's our uniqueness, right? Till last year we were teaching only Azure data engineering. From now we are going to cloud data engineering. What is cloud? If you know more than one cloud, you are a cloud engineer. If you know only Azure, you are called as a Azure data engineer. You know only GCP, you have been called as a GCP data engineer. You know only Amazon Web Service, AWS, you have been called as AWS data engineer. So there are three different engineers. The guys who do the pipeline and build the projects in AWS are called AWS data engineer. The guys who build the project in Azure are called Azure data engineer. The guys who build the project in GCP are called GCP data engineer. So all are different services. That's all. Data engineer is data engineer. Where you do the project matters. But if you know more than one cloud, you have been called as cloud data engineer. And that is what we are stressing more here. See, you learn data engineering with any cloud, well and good. But you learn more than one cloud, you will be called as a cloud data engineer. The reason why we are teaching all three, of course, 90% will be completely on Azure. Like 10% will focus on other services, just like implementation methods, so that tomorrow you get into a project. If the companies are also struggling, you will also help them in decision making. You will also share your thoughts, ideas. Companies need multi skilled people, right? I'll tell you one small example. I was 2014 pass out, right? I'm 2014 pass out. It's been 10 years I completed my engineering. In my engineering college, we had only four courses. One was civil engineer, one was mechanical engineering, one was a computer science engineering, one was EC engineering, electronics and communication, right? In the last 3 4 years, somehow my college has identified me and they had called me as a guest lecturer. So I went for a guest lecture. It's been just 7 years, right? 3 years back, I went to my college. It's been 7 years. So I went to college for a guest lecture. You know what happened? They've completely stripped off civil engineering. They completely stripped off mechanical engineering. And I asked, hey, what happened to your college? You had four courses and now why it has become two? No, 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 no. We have not become two. We have become seven. How come? You're saying that you have removed civil engineering and mechanical engineering. Then what you're doing? You know what they're saying? AI engineering, ML engineering, business analyst engineering. All these are new branches they have launched in our engineering course itself in the span of 7 years. So if you're all thinking Hey, this is all new cloud we will be learning. Let me tell you, we are all in India and we have lot of competitions. The guys who are coming out of the college knows Azure and AWS, but we don't know. That is what is a reality. That is what is a reality. The guys who are coming out of the college are aware of all the cloud services, but we are not aware. And we have spent almost 11, 12 years in IT. That is what is happening in Indian market. It's a very shocking to know that guys who are coming with 1 year, 2 years experience are better in knowing technologies because they're all adopted to the latest things. But we, no, right? So companies need a guys who need that multi-skilled people. So knowing multiple clouds will definitely give you added advantage. But we will not learn everything in depth. We will focus on one cloud, that is Azure. Completely we will learn. Similarly, what we do here, we will try to find the alternative in other services. See, eating pizza is same. Eating pizza is same, but where do you eat? That matters. If you know to prepare pizza, you can be hired to a Pizza Hut or you can even be hired to a Domino's. Same thing, only the company is different. So similarly, if you know to build a pipeline in Microsoft Azure, you can build pipeline in AWS, you can build pipeline in GCP. So just to give you what is this cloud engineer, a cloud engineer is engineering where you will build the pipelines, but knowing multiple clouds is what is called cloud engineer. It's not a mandatory, but only one engineering is enough. Azure data engineering is enough, or AWS data engineering is enough, or GCP data engineering is enough. At least know one in depth. Knowing multiple things will also lead you some high package and your career also will be stabilized. See, tomorrow they'll again ask, maybe 2026 they'll ask, hey, Azure is very costly, so let's build a project in AWS. What you will do? Again, you will go and learn AWS next year. Why? Learn it now. Learn it end to end, right? So any company, anyone demands, you simply have to be readily available. One mantra I'll tell you, if you want to succeed in IT, never say the word no into any of the technologies. This is what personally I have experienced. If you want to get your IT career strong, never say no. If they ask, do you know AWS? You have to tell yes. If they ask, do you know GCP? You have to tell yes. Have you worked on Azure? You have to tell yes. So if you say no, there is 100 people behind you who is trying to grab your opportunity, right? And we are into this competitive world. Every year, lakhs of engineering graduates are coming out of with the job hopes, and we have all crossed that. So we have to get that opportunity first. For that, knowing multiple technologies will always put you on the driver's seat. I can very proudly say no company can fire me because the number of technologies I know, I never fear. When I was working for Microsoft, a lot of people within my team were always in fear. Hey, what is this if tomorrow they do a layoff? Google employees, what if they do a layoff? When you have technology with you, you need not worry about layoffs. If a company is still laying off you with this known technologies, you are not under loss. The company is under loss. So try to get maximum skills. That is the secret to success in IT. Try to be that multi-skilled person. Never say no to any technology. So that is where we have been teaching this cloud data engineer, where we'll focus on Azure 90%, AWS and GCP will give an overview and the services which is related to our need that we will be learning. The same project, what we are going to do it in Azure, the same replica, we will show you how we did it in AWS and how are we going to do it in GCP. So that is a background about this. With respect to Azure, we will be focusing on this. It's a very much upfront. It is a online portal. It is a online portal. You need not do anything. You simply go and request for a services and they will send you. For example, these are you guys. You are going through internet, request for some servers, request for some storage, they will give you. And what you have to do in return? You have to pay money for them. As simple as that. Pay money, use the service, right? So with this, we have 200 services in Azure. And please don't expect that KSR team or you take any institute in this world, no one will teach you 200 service, right? It's very simple that you go to a restaurant, there are 200 menu items that is mentioned on the menu card. Will you eat all 200? Definitely no. You go to a beauty parlor, you see 20 items or 20 services that they will be providing. Are you going to take everything? Definitely no, right? What are you need and what your services you're going to use, that is what you're going to take it. So even though Azure provides you 200 services, I am not here to use a YouTube recording videos, or I'm not here to build a mobile application, and I'm not here to build a website applications. All I need is just two problems I have. One is the data is reaching us in a very fast manner, and the amount of data that is reaching is also very big. So I have only two problems. The two problems are, I would say, S and P. S stands for storage, P stands for processing. So the two biggest problem that every data engineer will have is S and P. S stands for storage, P stands for processing. If you find a way to fix this, you should be able to fix the issues. So two processing, one is processing, one is a storage. Try to find a way. And for this, don't expect us to teach all 200 service, not required. We are not here to build a mobile application. We are not here to build a web application. We are not here to use any media applications. All is need is we need a storage, we need a database, we need a compute. So all this we'll be using. So around 14 services will be learning in Azure. Specifically, that is for data engineers, right? Now, why all three is important? Knowing all three will be very much intact with custom market demand. If market is asking, hey, do you know AWS? You can raise your hand first. If market is asking, do you know GCP? You can raise your hand first, right? So mastering all three cloud services, make sure that you're adaptable. Lot of job opportunities are there if you are a cloud engineer. See, I'm not saying with one you will not get job. You will get it. But what if in the next 2 years they'll ask you to learn one more? Again, you have to learn. So learn it at a stretch. All three, if you are aware, you will be the best person who will be treated in IT. And I can very proudly say you will be king of the cloud, right? Because you know all three. You know all three. You will be called the king of cloud, right? So vendor specific, like vendors don't know which cloud to use, you can provide them your suggestions. Cost optimization, whether Domino's is cheaper or pizza is cheaper, if you have tasted in both, if you have purchased from both, only then you will know. Similarly, working with cloud, all three clouds, you will know it, which one is cheaper, which one you saves this much of money. You can give a judgment to your companies and clients, right? And flexibility, so knowing all three is always an advantage. Now let's come back to how are we going to learn this. If you want to reach Kashmir, the first thing is I'll open a Google map, right? In Google map, it shows you the path. So KSR Data Vision will be your roadmap path that we are going to help you. In order to become a cloud data engineer, these are the five paths that we will be dividing. The first thing is SQL, right? So SQL will be a language which is used to communicate to a database. It is the one of the must learning technology that you need to have, irrespective of any role. You're a data scientist, you're a data analyst, you're a data engineer, you are whoever you are. If you want to step your foot on IT, your first technology that you have to know is SQL. A lot of freshers come to me and ask, just now I've completed my graduation. Can I join a communication class? Because I don't know to speak English. So I know that in most of the organizations, everything we have to communicate to our clients. So I have a problem in speaking in English. So can I join a spoken English class? You know what do I suggest them? Forget about spoken English. First join SQL. Because your SQL is more important than your English language. Because as a fresher, you may not be directly facing the clients, but SQL is must. The guys who know SQL, let me tell you, you're already a 50% data engineer. But the guys who don't know SQL, don't worry. Learning like from scratch is what we are known for, right? We will teach everything from scratch. So completely 20 hours we are going to spend on SQL, right? And we will be learning from scratch. Right from like learning ABCD, we'll be learning from scratch. So SQL will be our first topic, which we will right away begin from Monday. Monday, we will be starting with SQL. So it goes for next 20 days, followed by your SQL is used to communicate only to your databases. But what if I want to talk to some other tool? If I want to talk to some other tool, I don't know, right? So if I want to relate it, imagine Hindi. Hindi is a national language of India. So with Hindi, you can survive only with India. You cannot go to US and you can speak Hindi. People will not know. In order to communicate globally, you need to know another language called English. Your Python is like English. You learn Python, you can talk to any language. You talk to any language. And you know what? You are into the advanced AI world where nothing is difficult. Any syntax you need, just go and ask ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, you'll get it. When I was learning 10 years back, life was very difficult. But now, never ever say it's difficult. Every single question, you'll get an answer in Google. Every single question, every single syntax, you will get it in Google. What else you need? And please don't tell me that coding is difficult. Right? You have lot of resources, lot of things to get the answer from, and don't say it's difficult. So that is where we'll be learning Python. So the first 20 days followed by the next 20 days, we'll be learning Python. Python is a programming language which will be used to communicate to all the tools. Not only to the database, it will be used to communicate all the tools. And then with these two, Python and SQL, you're already a data engineer. With slightly, you have to enhance your skills. You will be learning data warehousing. So when I say data warehousing helps us to organize the data well, because we are all known for data cleaning, data transformations, data modeling. So we need to know some data warehousing concepts. And followed by, we have a biggest problem is the data is getting bigger and bigger day by day. So if the data is getting bigger and bigger, you need to know how to manage it. So big data is not a technology. Try to understand this. Big data is not a technology. Big data is a problem. What is a problem? Data is flowing like anything. How to manage it, right? For that, we have two solutions. One is Hadoop, one is Spark. So Hadoop and Spark are the two top solutions to handle this big data. Big data is a problem. Hadoop is a solution. Spark is a solution. But directly, I cannot jump to Spark. Spark is what most of the companies are using. Even today, 95% of all your projects are running on Spark. But Hadoop was the initial launch. So let's spend some time on learning the Hadoop, and with that, we will be focusing on Spark. So if you understand Hadoop, Spark is easier. So we don't want to have a disconnected topics. So we will have a continued topics. We know what is a problem. Hadoop was the first solution that was launched for solving the big data. So we'll be learning Hadoop for 1 week. After that, we'll be focusing on Spark. So Spark, just like a name says, It will create a spark in your career. Guys who mention spark in your resume is always a privileged resume because every company is using spark. So knowing spark is one of the mandatory thing if you want to be a data engineer, right? And finally you learn SQL, Python, data warehousing, big data, Hadoop and Spark. Where are we going to implement it? We are going to implement it in not in on-prem, we are going to implement it in cloud. Which cloud? Majority of our pipelines that we will build it in Azure. With additional some 10-15 days of topics, we will be covering the overview of GCP and AWS as well. So knowing all three as an advantage. Okay. So 20 days in SQL, uh, 20 days in Python, 10 days in data warehousing, and 20 days in Hadoop and Spark, and finally 45 to 50 days only on cloud. KSR says it's 100 hours, but I'll tell you negative part of me as well. I never completed in 100 hours. I have never ever completed any syllabus in 100 days. It all depends on what type of questions you get. Everything is a live class. So I'll interact with you very commonly. It's not like a teacher or a student relation here. We're all like a working employees, working professionals. So we'll have that interaction. We'll discuss, we'll take a use case, we'll solve it. So ideally it will go to 120 hours or 120 days. So our objective is you learn end to end so that you can easily survive in companies. That is what we are known for. So 100 days, 120 hours of syllabus is what we are going to cover as SQL, Python, data warehousing, big data, and cloud computing, where we'll be spending almost 45-50% only on cloud, which is Azure, AWS, and GCP. Okay, so the course is actually 5 months. It should be 4.5 months, but it will go up to 5 months because a lot to cover. There are a lot of syllabus that we will be covering here. So 5 months of complete efforts is needed to become a data engineer. 100 hours will be a very good foundation. Apart from this 100 hours, what I teach, it is also expected that you practice. Okay. Um, this is something which you have to do it. I can teach you, I can guide you to the right path, but if you don't have a sufficient practice, I'm sorry, it will not help out. This is the most difficult subject, but if you master this, in future, you can even go to ISRO and NASA because that is what we are learning here, the complexity, lot of concepts, lot of things to learn. And if you master this, any technology in future, you will be able to learn it by yourself. Okay. So I should not say this, but I'm telling you, data engineering should be the last course that you have to learn it from someone. Okay. From the business perspective, I should not tell you this, but as a mentor, I'm telling you this. Don't go and spend much amount on any other course after this. If you learn this, if you're learning from a mentor, going forward, company demands any technology, you can learn it by yourself. That is what this complexity involved. But I'm not here to fear you. I'm setting some expectations before itself. Don't take things lightly because I've seen a lot of people dropping off in between. Oh, it's difficult. I'm not able to do it. And I'm telling you, don't get fear of coding. Coding was difficult 10 years back, not now. 5-year-old kid is actually writing a code. Why can't you? We have the platforms, we have Google, we have ChatGPT. Why you need to worry? Right? Of course, for interview purpose, you have to have some specific codes. That also I'll give you. But in reality, even today, if I want to write some logic, even I will go and browse it. I'm not an expert. It's not about how much you know. It's all about how much you can handle it. That is what is required. So this 120 hours of 100 days, 5 months of course, Monday to Friday, 8 to 9:30 p.m. regular classes, you will be able to master this data engineering, right? And specifically cloud engineering. If I want to give you more details about this, who can learn this course and what is the demand? What I have been seeing in the last 7-8 years. 2020 to 2023, we had a 10% to 20% demand, both in terms of number of openings as well as the package. And 2026 to 2028, that is the next 3 years, it is going to be highly demand. Almost 50 to 60%, you will be seeing a package increase as well as a job opportunities. The reason is a lot of companies are still facing the on-prem issues. They want to move the data, specifically this banking applications. You still go and sit in a bank, they'll be still using an old application and they want to move to a cloud. So there is a lot of demand with respect to banking applications. And for the next 3 years, we can observe that 50 to 60% you can see in the terms of growth, both salary as well as the job opportunities. In the last batch, with 8 years of experience, we have seen the highest package in KSR Data Vision as 42 lakhs LPA. That's the highest package that we have got for 8 years of experience. So your package can easily turn 4x times or 5x times. So when I say 4x times or 5x times, for example, you are 5 years experience, you can easily demand for 20 to 25. But if you're a Java developer, you're a tester, the IT standard what they follow is 2x times. For example, your 4 years, you can still get only 8. Your 5 years, you can only still get 10. But if you're a data engineer, you can get up to 4x times. That means 4x times, 4 times your experience. Your 10 years experience, you can expect 40 lakhs. Your 20 years experience, you can even expect 80 lakhs. Possibilities are there, right? So learning data engineering will give you a upper hand to become a very financially stabilized career, because this is what is going to be in demand for the next 5 to 6 years. I'll not promise you, okay, for next 20 years, you will be able to work with this. No, we don't know what is happening, what is going to happen next day, right? So in that case, I can still promise you 5 to 6 years of stabilized career, you'll be able to have a great career with data engineering. So I'll tell you one personal fact. Okay. A lot of people in this batch are elder to me, right? I'm 92 born, so I'm 10 years of experience. So there are a lot of guys who are like 89 born, 88 born, 87 born, right? So who are like 3, 4 years elder than me. I'll tell you one true fact. 18, remember the number 18, number 18, Virat Kohli's number 18, right? Just remember this number. Anyone in IT who have crossed 18 years of experience, you will be standing on a live wire. What I mean is, the right example I'll say you. Rohit Sharma was sacked today for the 5th test match. Do you all know it? Yes?
Yes.
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 Today morning, 5 o'clock match, India-Australia, 5th match, Sydney match, Rohit Sharma was sacked from captaincy and he was being removed from the team. The same guy last year has won the T20 World Cup for India. What made him to drop? Performance. Experience doesn't even matter if you don't have a performance. Tomorrow it can come to me, it can come to you. Remember the number 18. If you're crossing 18 years of experience in IT, you are at the risky position. Even now, I'm 10 years, 10 years experience. I can say that I have only 8 years of experience that I can work in IT. Post that, every now and then, the team and the companies will start revamping. So anyone who is above 18 years of experience, if you don't know multiple skills, if you're not interested to learn, you will be laid off. I'm telling you the reason also, because the same work what you're doing, 3 years, 4 years experience can also do it, right? Then why do they keep here? If Bumrah can replace Rohit in captaincy, why they need Rohit? That is what is happening. That is what is happening, right? So 18 should be your, see, even cricket players cannot play till 45. So they should also retire. So in IT, the number 18 year is experience has been considered as a threshold. After this, only very few people will survive. Only very few people will survive. Only one among five people will become a CEO, CFO, directors, founders, and they will achieve. Rest of the guys, like a normal technical people, will start losing the importance. Your salary will be stabilized. You will not get any hike. So earn as much as you can before that number 18, right? Before you turn 18 years of experience, learn it. After 18, every year is a bonus for you. You have to upskill. You have to learn a lot of things. You have to lead the team. You have to take that role where you have to manage the complete projects. Your responsibility will increase. And if you're not doing it, you will be laid off. It's not only for you, it's for me also. Maybe another 8 years I can very happily sustain in IT. After that, if I also don't upskill, even I'll be thrown out of the company. So earn as much as you can. I know it's difficult, but 5 months of struggle can always put you 6 years of ahead in your career. So choose wisely, right? Not forcing you to join KSR. I never do that. Join wherever you can, learn wherever you can, but learn it. My simple advice, learn it. You learn wherever you want, but please learn it. Right? With that, who will be the right audience to go for this course? The guys who are looking for a career growth. Data is everywhere, where we have a very few people who are actually data engineers. So opt for it. Good opportunity for freshers as well, because freshers, they always say that I learned Java, I learned Java, I learned testing. And you have 5 openings, 5,000 people will come. Learn data engineering, where you will also have a limited resources, so you can easily crack it. We will help you in your resume preparation, guidance, providing you some internships for freshers. So this will definitely help you. And guys who really want to get into a high paying salary, like for the last 5 years, 6 years, you are not into that much of hike, right? I think you have all seen the in the recent days, a lot of news is coming over the freshers package, right? When I was a fresher, I used to get 3 lakhs. And now, 10 years down the line, freshers is getting 3.5 lakhs, right? So when inflation itself is like going 6%, 7% every year, and fresher salary is not increased, right? So as long as you're in the same company with the same role, never expect any hike. If you want to get a good hike, if you want to get a good job, you have to search outside, you have to switch. And for that, you need a top skills. So guys who are looking for high pay, the guys who are looking for a career shift, the guys who are looking for a good career path, data engineering will be the right opportunity. Anyone can go for it, right? And in KSR, we always teach everything from scratch. Even guys who are joining 15, 20 years of experience has to follow the ground rules of KSR, that we teach everything from scratch. The guys who want to learn very soon, like I want to become a data engineer in 1 month, I want to become immediately, or I want just teach me at a very high level, please don't join KSR. KSR is not for that. KSR is known for providing from basics. Okay, right from basics, we teach every technology, whatever is required, we teach. Of course, one disadvantage or one negative part is we take a bit of extra time, because for us, quality matters than the number of hours we take. Okay. And if you're not interested to do any assignments, if you're not interested to do any homeworks, if you're not interested to do any research, please don't join KSR, because KSR will pressurize you. We will pressurize you, particularly me. The way I speak today, it's different. The way I speak in class, I will definitely force you. I will definitely ask you, right? We will pressurize, because if you don't practice, you can't master it. Okay. So with all that, after completing this course, you will be learning SQL, Python, PySpark, and mostly you will be learning on Azure pipelines, and partially here and there, we will be learning about other cloud services. Okay. So this is all about the master class which I wanted to discuss. In the last 2 classes, what I have told you is Data engineering, what is data engineering? How data is growing? Layman terms, I've brought you some examples of buying a house, renting a house, right? And why it is needed. And finally, we'll be learning with cloud, ETL, and one stop shop where we are well known is we teach all the related subjects at one place. And in fact, 2025, we have also changed the syllabus from the Azure data engineering. We have tried to make as a cloud data engineering because we understand what is happening in the market. All live examples. I'm not a trainer, first of all. Guys who are thinking me as a trainer, I'm not a trainer. I'm actually a working employee. I work in the organizations, and whatever I'm doing there, I'm teaching here. So I never come to class prepared. I don't make any notes. Whatever I'm doing in the class, the same thing I teach here. So that's what we call it as a live sessions. 120 hours of training, specifically my subject. I always cross that 110 number. All the real time projects we teach here, and 8 to 10 pipelines we'll be building, and we will understand each one of your background. We have a mentors, we have the passed out students from us, like those who are already working. We all are having a good team. So we will listen to your one-to-one talk. We will understand what is your background. Depending on your background, we will prepare resume for you, right? We will help you to have a resume preparation, because some guys will come from non-IT, some guys will come from a different technologies, different domains, right? So we will be adding those things as part of your course. Apart from this, there are non-mentionable items. There are, like, for example, how to work with GitHub, how it works in production, and how as a team works, how you'll get a project, and how the project works in terms of agile methodology. Everything will have some extra classes. Monday to Friday, I'll disturb you. Saturday and Sunday, you will still be disturbed by some of the guest lectures and some special classes, and some how to access your LinkedIn, how to be interactive with the LinkedIn, assignments, projects. For next 5 months, please be occupied. That's all I can say. Okay. So one stop shop. See, you learn from anywhere. That's what I said, right? You learn from anywhere, but try to learn it, because this is a skill which is going to be a turnaround in your career. So learn wherever you can, not forcing you. But if you join here, we'll teach everything from scratch. It's like a one stop shop. We keep changing the syllabus. And the reason why we change is we adopt to the market trends, right? And right from beginning, I cannot stick on to only one subject, right? I have to see what is happening in the market. That is what we are known for. A decade of experience that we have spent in IT just to understand what is happening in the market. So with all that, you listen to me for 100 days, and you will learn even a soft skills also. You'll know how to speak to your clients. You'll know how to speak confidently, right? So all this is assured. So with that, the 2 days of masterclass we have completed here. I'm open to all the questions, but from Monday onwards, we will be following our first subject, that is SQL. Okay. So any questions, please do ask.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Amit here.
So will
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Santosh. Hi,
How
how are
many
you?
projects do you build on
Gautam.
which
I've
cloud
attended your
platform?
previous classes as well.
Many people.
Please go one by one.
Yeah. One quick question I just wanted to understand is like, the system requirements for this, I wanted to understand for the entire course and the access.
Majority of the things we are doing it in cloud. So there is nothing like a basic system should be enough. For SQL and Python, minimum i5 configuration of 8 GB RAM should be more than enough.
And the access, like if we are using it on a organizational device, so
I usually don't prefer to use organization system, because somewhere or the other way they will track it. I don't know which organization, but I usually don't prefer. A simple laptop with i5 configuration should be enough, because only for SQL and Python you need system, and later everything will be doing it in a web. So Azure, you can directly use your office systems, but for SQL and Python, if you want to install it, I would personally request you to have your personal machine where you can practice.
Thank you.
This side, Lakshmi, this side. Yeah, so this classes will be on daily basis, as you mentioned, like SQL will be 20 hours. So on daily basis, we have the classes.
Yes. Every single day you will have. Today is the second day. You will have another 98 classes Monday to Friday.
Yeah, that would be live, right?
Everything will be live.
All right.
Are you going to take a project on all the cloud platform?
One project we will be, I mean, 3 projects will be doing it in Azure. The same I will replicate it, but not all 3. I'll take one project and I'll be showing that in AWS and GCP.
Then what will
Sir,
you teach on AWS and GCP?
Sorry?
Mm,
What?
What
Sorry, I did
topic
not get your question.
will you take on AWS and GCP?
See,
And
AWS
share
and
the
GCP,
complete syllabus of all the.
we will share it. We will share it. Since, as I
And
said,
what about the fabric? Are you taking the fabric also?
Fabric will be part of your Azure itself. So while we're teaching Azure itself, we will teach Fabric.
And Databricks also.
Yes.
Fabric.
Okay.
What are the Azure services you
Share
are
the
going to
complete syllabus.
We will share it. We will share it. Our
Okay.
team is working on formatting it. So we
Because
have
we have
Azure.
the old syllabus. You
Right, right. We understand it.
right.
As I said, cloud data engineer, we have started as part of this year. So syllabus has been changed. So we are working on it. We don't want to give a random topics. We want to understand the market need, and based on that, we are preparing the syllabus. So we'll be spending some time over the weekend, and before coming to the next class, syllabus will be there with you.
And I have one more doubt, Santosh. So I would like to planning for a Azure certification as well, data engineering certification. Is your course support for that?
More than enough.
More than enough.
Yes, but you cannot
So I can
crack,
fine.
you cannot clear AWS or GCP, but I'm very confident, and all our topics you should be able to clear Azure certification.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. I have
Sir,
one question. I mean, like, if we do not have any technical degree, I mean, so is it possible to like learn this? I mean,
See,
cloud because I'm working on Power BI this time, and
companies are looking for skills, not your education. Maybe you'll get a bit of low package, but
mm-hmm,
you can still get into IT role. I have seen a lot of guys who have done MCA, BSc, are still into IT with a bit low package, but something is better than nothing, right? You can still get that opportunity because nowadays companies have started adopting to the traditional way of, newer version, like a proposed version, like they focus more on the skills rather than the
mm-hmm,
education.
got it.
And
Okay.
sir,
Santosh, in one of
sir,
so
whatever, sir, nowadays in the suppose you whatever the projects you will give, 3 projects you will do, that can be mentioned in a resume and which domain related that will be the project.
See, the 3 projects that we pick will depends on that trend. Okay, if healthcare project is more, we'll pick a healthcare project. If insurance project is more, we'll pick insurance projects. So you can showcase this in your real time also. But personally, I will be guiding you each one which projects to put depending on your background. For example, you have done a lot of projects in banking. I would suggest you to put banking project, and I'll give you suggestions. So your resume will be prepared. You can add this 3 projects to your resume. It's completely up to you, but depending on your past experience also, we will guide you. So that guidance we will be able to help you, so you need not worry about that.
So suppose I have a 10 years of experience and 2 years, suppose relevant experience I want to show with the one project among that three. So will the company will consider this and give the value if 2 years relevant experience I will show in the cloud data engineering with the one project in Azure?
From our course, from
Yes,
particularly the
yes.
KSR data visions course, if you are learning, you can show up to 5 years of experience. So in your 10 years of experience, you can blindly go and show 5 years of experience. That is what the quality we provide you here. With that 5 years, you can easily portray that you have done 3 projects in data engineering. That too specifically in Azure.
Yes, I strongly agree with Santosh because I am an older student for KSR as well. I just did a non-technical to technical as well. Towards I joined in a Power BI course. Now I am successfully running my career. Last 3 years completed. This is 4th year running. I strongly agree with Santosh.
Oh,
And
okay.
just now I shared for Azure technology.
Good,
Just
good. So
towards
you are my
upskilling my.
student?
Yeah, Santosh, I was your
Oh,
student earlier
I'm
batch.
sorry. I don't remember, but
2021.
yeah,
Yeah,
good to know that. Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Santosh, I have a quick question. Like this is Aditya. How depth will get like SQL, Python, all the related things, right? Data warehouse, Hadoop. So from beginner to advanced level, which level will be into after completing this course?
See, I'll be very honest with you. I've been using SQL Python for 10 years. So
Mm-hmm.
I cannot teach for 10 years, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
that's
practically not possible. So what is needed as a foundation at the ground level, I'll be teaching. Apart from that, we will give you assignments, we will give you homeworks, you have to explore, you have to solve some hacker rank, you have to solve some challenges. So it is all up to you how you will master it. At the ground level, see, I can teach you how to speak, how to do everything, but you have to practice, right? So that practice has to be from you. It will be from basic to advanced. But that advance to make it as a master, you have to practice.
yeah, yeah. True, true. And I don't think like everything we don't learn, right? Why? Because there are few which are already deprecated. So whatever the things which are currently running, like CT functions and all those things.
That and all will be covered.
Sure, sure. Thanks.
Yeah, so by the practice we can be expertise, but the whatever the advanced SQL and advanced features of Python will be covered in this training.
See, that's what I said, right? Whatever is required for us, we will teach. You are not going as a SQL developer here. You are not going
Okay.
as a Python developer. So there is no need to learn completely end to end. Our
Oh,
role for data engineering, what type of queries we will write for the last 10 years, what I have used in my projects, those type of things we will be using. Maybe every project will have a different use case, but I'll give you the ground and foundation. In case if something you're stuck, how to resolve it, how you have to understand step by step, how you have to practice step by step. That guidance we will give you.
okay, so so suppose as you told that maybe there is a you can extend the course timing or course duration up to depend on the how the course will go and the doubts upon depend on that. After the completion of the course and project, if suppose I think that some part need to be revised it or need to be rejoined either from the cloud side or the big data side or any the Python side. So could we rejoin that particular class without any cost?
See, once you pay for one course, you can get the recordings for 1 year. As I said, every year we change the syllabus, right? So 1 year you will get the course. Like for example, today is a January 1st, 2026, you will get the access. You will be able to get the access and you can go through recordings anytime. But if you are again attending another batch, this access will be removed. Okay. And again, you will have to spend 5 months, which is a time waste for you. So
Oh,
what my suggestion is, on the daily basis, whatever I am doing, practice it. In case if you add some office work, some more external works, you can still go with the recording. The same day recording will be there. And that you have to go through it and you have to practice it. So 1 year access will be given by default.
okay. Fine. Okay, sir.
Hi,
Hi Santosh.
Santosh.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually I got the job recently, and previously I worked on SSIS and all, but I don't have knowledge on this Azure cloud and all. I mean, if I want to survive, I mean, how to? I want to know your suggestions. I mean, how I learn and how to survive in my new projects and all.
Let me tell you a secret. Since you already know SSIS, your Azure ADF is same exactly what your SSIS is doing.
Yeah.
So you will be able to learn it much faster because you already have worked in the past. So I don't
Mhm.
think you will face any challenge. And in fact, as I said, as I promised, everything we will teach from scratch. So
Okay.
nothing to worry. What is cloud? What we do here? Who is going to provide everything I'm going to cover? So everything will be from scratch. But as I said, Practice is the only way that you can get used to the tools.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the month 13th is my joining. So if in case after joining immediately they are providing any project and all, can I handle that one? I mean that SSIS and Azure ADF is also
But
same.
but the problem is now we are starting SQL, right? SQL, Python, data warehousing, big data. By the time you get Azure, it will be somewhere in the March end or April. So I don't know whether you will be able to wait till that time. You can talk to Mahesh. He can give you a better suggestion to go with some previous
Yeah,
batches and all.
videos.
But
Yeah,
this
is it
batch you
possible?
will get Azure in the month of April.
Yeah, I got, I understood that. But what I'm asking here is it any possible to give that previous course videos? If I am joining this,
That I cannot talk. I mean, I cannot promise you. You have to talk to our team. Call to Mahesh. He will help you.
yeah, okay, okay, Santosh, thank you.
Sir,
Hi, Santosh.
Azure. Yes, sir. Please continue.
Next question. Sorry.
Yeah, Santosh.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my sister is in a housewife, so she has some financial issue. Is she eligible for this course? She has a huge career gap, right?
Career gap. Hmm.
Yeah, she's in a housewife, so she's planning to start the career in IT, and she don't have any career experience also. Is she eligible for this course?
See, she can learn. Okay.
Mm,
It's not a big
mm,
deal. Anyone can learn, but
okay.
she may face a bit of challenges in terms of getting the call opportunities. So for that, you can talk to Mahesh. He can give you some suggestions like how to handle the career gap.
Sure. Thank you.
Course wise, I can guarantee because I'm the person who's going to teach. So not even
Okay.
your housewife, you can even bring your kid also. I will make them to understand. But the only
Yeah.
challenge is opportunities, like whether they get the
Yeah, I
opportunities or
understand.
not.
I
That
understand. I
one
speak
you have
with
to talk
Mahesh.
to Mahesh.
Yeah, I speak with Mahesh. Thank you.
Hi Santosh.
Yeah.
Does KSR will provide Azure account to do practice?
No, we have to create your own account, which they will give you 15, 16,000 credits. Using that credits, we'll be practicing. So everyone has to create their own account. We will be guiding that. You just need a credit card. Without any payment, I will tell you how you have to use it. So you need not worry about any extra payment for that because Azure is so flexible for us. They give you some 16,000 credits. With that 16,000 credits, we'll be able to do the projects.
Okay.
Hello, Santosh.
Yeah.
Hello. I have used my credit card to create some free trial 2 years, 3 years before, I think 2022. So that credit card also got expired. So now I got a new one. So can I use that one for creating a new?
Yeah. We can create it.
Okay. Okay. So and one
It's
more question from my end is like, okay, so as we are a working professional, like we are attending the class from 8 to 9:30, right? So like we'll be able to manage the task you are giving, right? So during that evening, 3 to 4 hours.
1 hour of class, 1 hour of practice. That is enough.
Okay.
Hi,
So
Santosh.
timing is every day 8 to 9:30. Santosh,
Every day 8 to 9:30.
little bit causing issue for joining the office.
Then you have to join 6:30 batch, which can start after 2 months.
Okay.
But or else you can go with recordings, as simple as that.
So in daily basis, 1 hour teaching only and 1 hour practice, right?
1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes I take.
Okay.
And I mean I have been teaching for last 6 7 years, so I know how much load your brain can take. So depending on the
Hmm.
topics, for example, small topics, I'll take it 1.5 hours. If it's a very big topic, very important topic, I'll close it by 1 hour. So I'm very good at that, judging it. What will go inside your brain, how much you can capture. So I know that. So one day it will be 1.5, one day it will be 1 hour 15 minutes. One day it can even go to 3 hours. When we are doing a project, it will can even go to 3 hours.
Okay. Okay. But once teaching complete, then whatever the homework that is independently I need to do, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, Santosh.
Yeah.
One more thing. How do you overcome communication issue? I mean,
So communication issue, that's what I said. You listen to me for the next 100 days. 100% you will improve it. Okay, you can get some confidence, you know how to speak to clients. And I'm not good in communication, but I'm good in technical. So if you are good in technical, that automatically your English also will improve. I would suggest you to watch some, whatever you watch in English. So don't try to look at your local language. And the only way you can improve is by speaking. You speak to me in class, I'll ask you questions. It's going to be a two-way communication, right? It's not like all the other institutes where I will put on mute, where I'll only speak, you will be listening. No, in between I'll ask you questions. In between you are ready, you have to speak. You have not seen anyone here, everyone is a stranger, so you can directly open up here. You can speak, you can ask a question. Even if you make a mistake, we are here to correct you.
Sure,
Sir,
Santosh.
yeah, sir, if I want to improve uh, as per the, because in the seniority main I'm getting difficulty to understand the business domain languages while discussing in between the team and managers, or actually in the development what I have faced, that the domain, due to lack of knowledge of domain, I was not able to identify or understand the things. If I'm able to understand, then I can be create a code, or make a code. But sometime happen to understand the business logics, that things, and due to the communication as well, for lack of, especially I'm getting the problem with the discuss with the US or UK clients. They, those accents is so difficult to understand me. That's why now I'm talking with you, or like Indian peoples, I'm get and easily understandable. But for the overseas, I'm not able to understand those client. So how I can be improve that? And on the seniority level, the responsibility of the leadership as well, how I can be?
Yeah, I cannot speak in the way that US or UK people is speaking, but the only way is you have to see some videos, like how they spell the words and all. But it comes with practice only. Like that I cannot help you, because I can help you technically. I can talk about cloud engineer, I can talk about the technical terms. But if you are asking me how that US guys are tackling the language, that you have to see some videos. Keep on understanding what they're speaking. Watch their subtitles. Even though it's in English, the subtitles will be there. That's the only way to understand. But again, you have to keep listening it.
Okay.
From
Apart of
here,
this,
you will not get that help, because we are focusing on the technical aspects as well as my own way of communication. You will learn it. That's it. But
sure.
if how
So
client US is speak, how US people are speaking, how how UK people are speaking, that I cannot help you here.
a part of this course, as you told, the weekend classes for agile and other thing, what if the other activity will be added advantage of with this course, which by default we can get? As you
Sorry,
told,
what?
as you told, the agile related weekend course will be there. How to get and that thing related, you told
Once
us.
you are part of KSR, everything will be shared with your WhatsApp group. You will be added to a specific WhatsApp group. I'll be there, mentors will be there, founders will be there, directors will be there, everyone will be there in group. Any information that we are going to, any information, any classes, any guest lectures, everything will be shared and you will be automatically be added there.
Okay,
Hi,
fine.
Santosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chandana here.
Mm-hmm.
So, regarding assignments, how do you go through each and every assignment? Because everyone will be having their own challenges. So, how do you manage to discuss the assignments with everyone?
So whatever I'm teaching in class, based on that only we'll give assignments, right? So
Yes.
you will also, we will also help you how to troubleshoot it.
Mm-hmm.
So, because see, after this batch, when you go to a project, again, you can never come and ask me, right? Because I'll be in another batch. So, whom will you ask? So, you will be learning the troubleshooting here. So, it's not
Mm.
about, have to know everything. It's all about how you troubleshoot it. So, here we will be helping out. If this type of assignment is given, how you need to analyze, how you need to tackle. And in fact, today, if you have faced any challenge, tomorrow you can ask me in the class, or you can
Okay.
ask me in the group. You can ask, mentors are there. All the people are in that available group 24/7. Some or the other person will be available.
Okay, so even after the course completion, is there any way, if we have any questions or any challenges,
Yeah, you can mail us,
so
you can send us chat, you can also send it to
Mhm.
me, you can send it to our group. Anytime we will help you. There are a lot of students, even if you want, if you are seeing here, right, a lot of old students also have joined here. So we are always in touch. The only thing is
Okay,
you have to reach out to us. Simple.
is there any community or
Yeah, we
any
have our own
group?
community. We have our own app. We have our own WhatsApp groups. So you can always reach out to us. You'll be added to a group after your registration, and that
Mhm.
group will be open. Like you can share your ideas. If you have any issues, you can share. I'll also be there in that group. If no one is
Okay,
responding, I'll respond. So all this will be there.
okay, sure. And also the resume preparation, will that be at the end of the course?
Yes, yes. In the last week of your course completion.
Okay, sure. Thank you for the details.
Hey Santosh, this is Chandra. One quick question on the big data part. Will you be covering any platform like Databricks or Yellowbricks as part of big data?
Databricks will be part of Spark.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Santosh.
Mhm. Go
Hi,
ahead.
can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Santosh. I have 2 to 3 questions. So my first question is about Docker, Kubernetes, and Linux. Will that be covered?
It will not be covered because for a data engineer, Kubernetes and Docker is not required. But still, we will arrange some demo sessions where we will get some DevOps knowledge as well. So, in case if you want to know how the pipelines all will be deployed, because there are two things. One is at the development side, one is at the architect level side. So here we are learning as a development side. We'll be building data pipelines. How it is going to deploy into the production and all, we will have some workshops. We'll have some extra classes. There we will get to know. But from the course perspective, we are focusing only on the development side. For development side, Kubernetes and Docker is not much needed.
All right. And my main question was about the learning. So, what if the people coming from the non-IT background is if they are feeling like, if you, for example, if you are going very fast, or if we are not understanding anything, and if we want to ask in the middle of the lecture or after the lecture, or whenever, so is that possible?
See, ideally, you people will start scolding me in the end why I'm going very slow. So that is what it happens. I'm not a fast, I don't teach anything in fast because I always believe in slow progress. I exactly know how much you can capture as a fresher. So guys who already know may feel bit irritated because I'll go very slow. So right from SQL, Python, everything will be from basic. So of course, as I said, 5 months will be the duration. So in fact, if you have any questions, I will, you can ask then and there. For example, I'm teaching something, you can ask then and there. Else we can park like last 15-20 minutes only for questions. So two ways we do it. If in fact if I'm teaching very important topic, I'll first complete it and then I'll ask you for your doubts, or in between I'll keep asking you, is it clear, are we good at. So it all about like two-way communication.
Yeah, because to be honest, it's gonna, even if I'm talking about myself, in my personal opinion, it's gonna be there if I'm joining that I don't understand anything because I'm not from the IT background, right? So I will have some of the basic questions as well, like what is this, what is that, so and why we are doing this. So of course, I will be asking questions.
If we will answer you, that's what I'm saying, we will give you
Yeah.
all the answers. Whatever is required at that point of time, we will answer you. Offline questions also, we you can ask us, we will give you a reply then and there.
Okay, thank you. And I have one more question about projects doubts. Like, what if we have um, doubts in the projects, and whom to ask and what to do?
I'll be your first point of contact. Okay. Once you join the course, I'll be your first point of contact. We'll always be connected over our group. So any questions, any doubts, project sessions, everything. See, it's for normal basic question only. I'm saying I'll help you. Will I not help for projects? So I'll definitely help you, right? So all projects I'll be asking you, I'll be giving you some time. You have to do along with me. So everything will be like in line to our syllabus.
Okay, and my question is about interview assistance. So after completing the course, is there, except for the resume building, is there any interview assistance included with this whole course and fees?
What is that assistance you're looking for?
Like, for example, one-on-one interview preparation, or
Yes.
maybe
We will take
proxy or
mock
anything?
interviews. We will review your resume. We will take mock interviews. As long as you get the job, we will keep on taking mock interviews.
Okay, and how about providing proxy or anything? Is that still available or no?
I'm sorry. We always choose a right path. We will learn. We will move in a right direction.
Okay.
And sir,
And what's the agenda for tomorrow? Like, what's gonna be there tomorrow?
Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, it's off. So the next class will be on Monday. Monday, we will start with SQL.
Okay, and can we attend that class?
Yeah, first 5 days is free, right? We have completed
Oh,
2 days.
okay.
So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will still be free. In the last class, I'll tell you how to do the payment, how you can reach out to team, everything. I'll tell you. First 5 days, you attend it. You attend, even if you don't like, you
All
attend
right.
it. Then you will get to know what is the subject is all about.
Perfect.
Every
Thank you so
weekend,
much, Santosh.
Yeah.
every weekend there is holiday.
No, only for the initial days. After that, when we get into a peak of our subject, we will have weekend classes because every project we will be completing only on the weekends.
Okay. And for practice, we will get respective login details also, means for Azure and all that thing.
Azure
Platform.
account, you have to log in by yourself. We will help you how to create it.
Okay. Okay.
Hello,
Uh,
Santosh. I have a career gap. So, is there anything we can do to
Career
fill?
gap, you learn the subject from me. Okay, I'll teach you everything from scratch, so that I'm guaranteed. But how to handle the career gap? Talk to our Mahesh offline.
Thank you.
Hi Santosh, this is Uday. Like if you want to go for like data scientist roles means so we need to cover this data engineer first,
Not
then we need to
mandatory.
move to
Not mandatory. You can learn
okay.
without data engineering also.
Okay. So we can it will be covered here in these topics. The topics will be covered for data scientist roles and all, or it
Data
will be
science, you have a
different.
different course, right? So data science is a different course, data engineering is a different course, data analytics is a different course. But I'm telling you on my personal thought, if you know all three, you are the king of IT. I've worked in all three, so I can proudly say that if you know all three, you'll be the best person that IT is looking for. Okay, but at this point of time, we have three different courses. So take one at a time. I usually prefer data engineering. Let's work for 2 years, then go for data scientist, then learn AI, then learn all this deep learning. So it's like a flow. You can do it, right? So directly don't jump to data science. You can learn this, work for 2 years, and then you can upskill it.
Okay, yeah, one last question. So thanks for your patience for answering all the answers questions. So regarding this IAM roles will be there, no, like some IAM engineering. So that will be the different courses and all. Like if you want to be like go for IAM identity
IAM.
access management.
Sorry, what? IAM.
Yeah, identity access management. Basically, once you joined as a new joiner to the companies, means basically you
That
will
also we
raise
are
the.
teaching here, no?
Oh, it will be covered in this
Oh,
IAM.
yeah.
Okay.
Whatever is required to survive in IT, whatever is required to do in projects, everything I'll cover you. There is, I mean, very proud to say that no one has ever come back to KSR saying that I was not able to work in the real time. That's the record we have. We are
Great.
not
Thank you.
promising you 100% placements. Okay, we will never promise you 100% placements. But people who have got placed, who have never returned back to us. I'm facing difficulty here, I'm facing challenge here. So there is no history in that.
Great. It's nice to
sir,
hear. Thanks.
sir,
Can we
sir, the
access the
technical
recordings?
assistance.
Hmm?
So technical assistance we can get up to 1 year, correct? Whatever the technical assistance due to the
Not technical
training.
assistance. The recordings will be available for 1 year. You can even ask after 2, 3 years also. You ask me a question, I will answer you.
Sorry, I didn't
So,
get your point.
See,
Sir.
when I say assistance, the recording will be available only for 1 year. I'm saying, even if you are if you are asking based on some justification, if you want some extension, we will give you. But technical support, if you are stuck anywhere, if you want some solutions, you can always drop a message in our group. We will respond to you anytime, even
Okay.
after 5 years. Also, we'll respond to you.
Oh, lifetime support.
Yeah.
Uh,
As long as
okay.
I get retired, I'll respond to you.
Okay, fine.
So
Hi,
where can we
Santosh.
access this recording session, sir?
Recording session 1 year.
No, no. Do we have any login credentials for
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
or?
I'll share you. Maybe it's today it's done, but I'll share it on Monday. I'll tell you how to access the recordings, um,
Mhm.
and how to watch the recordings. I'll tell you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Santosh,
Hi,
sorry, I
Santosh.
just
Very good morning. This is Sayyad Imam. Actually, I am from electrical engineering background, and from previous 10 years, I have been working. And out of 10 years, I have worked in 6 years in electrical industry, and 4 years I have been in IT industry, but mainly on SQL. So after completing this course, how much experience I can show as a Azure data engineer, a cloud data engineer?
If you if you listen only to my recording, you can show 1 year. If you're practicing whatever I'm saying, you can put 2 years. If you have done all the three projects along with me, you can put 3 years. If you have followed all my instructions, you can show maximum of 5 years.
Okay, means I can show
I will
5 years.
teach you everything. 5 years of
Okay.
experience you can showcase, but are you going to do the same thing? It's up to you. You have to take a call, right? If you do everything, 5 years. If you have missed couple of classes, if you have missed couple of projects, it will become 4. If you're not at all practiced, only listening, you can put 1 year.
Okay. And for Santosh, my second question is, I have two questions also. Second question is, what is the fee structure for this course? And third question is, are all tools for cloud data engineering will be covered in this session, in this course?
What? Cloud?
In this cloud data engineering course, all tools will be covered.
All tool means for data engineering, what is required, we will cover this.
Yeah, definitely data engineering tools. And what is the fee structure for this course?
Let me write it down all this. Okay.
Actually, I joined late in this session. That's why I don't know
No, I
about
did
fee
not
structure.
discuss anything on the.
Oh, okay. I thought you discussed.
I mean, today is the second day, right? Why you really want to know about all this fees? First, you attend 5 days free class.
No. Actually, yesterday you told tomorrow I will discuss all things. So that's why I thought you mentioned all these things. And actually, I joined late in that session.
Okay. Azure 90%.
And
AWS,
Santosh, if you can tell
and
us the fee
GCP,
structure,
we will be covering
we can speak over a weekend also.
20%. And the course will be from Monday to Friday. Okay. And it will be from 8 a.m. IST. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's invisible.
Okay.
Yes.
This one. And Saturday and Sunday also. Not immediately. Maybe somewhere in future you will have some extra classes. And also projects we'll be doing on weekends only. Okay. And the course fees. Mahesh, you're there? Mahesh, you're there? Okay. So the course fees will be 35,000 if it is a one-time payment. If it's an installment, it will be 40. So this will be the fees.
How many installments?
What is the tenure of the installments?
I think it's 2020.
Like a cricket match.
Whatever, yeah. 2020,
Uh,
40. But if you're paying at once, I think they'll give it for 35. So this is for all three clouds.
Santosh, in data warehousing, what tools we see? Like only Microsoft Fabric, like CloudFront?
Data warehousing is a concept.
Yeah,
Okay. The data
concept
warehousing
one.
concept, we will be implementing it in Azure and Fabric. Both I'll be showing.
Okay. Big data, Hadoop and Spark.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fabric, I didn't get what is Fabric?
Fabric is a new innovation Microsoft has launched last year, 2023. So it's like a what you can do it on Azure, we can do it in Fabric. It's a new invention.
Okay, so that will also be covered in this.
Yeah.
Means add-on package, Fabric, AWS, and GCP.
Yes.
So
Hi,
this
Santosh.
package covers. Sorry. So this
Okay.
package covers all the mock interviews and one-on-one sessions and everything.
Everything it includes. You pay this, you will get everything.
Okay.
Extra classes, special classes, resume preparation, one-to-one guidance, like agile classes, access to our free sessions, Excel videos. You want to learn anything, you can always get it.
So for the placement, is it another package?
What package is there for placements? If you read this, if you practice it, you will get a job by yourself. No, what extra package is there? This is the final price for only for fees. This is for teaching
Okay.
only. This is for your subject. After this, there is
Okay.
nothing called package for placements. You pay 35,000, you get everything.
Okay.
You will get mock interviews. You will get all the assistants. Everything you will get it.
Sure.
Hi
Santosh.
Santosh.
Yeah.
Recently, I was working. I'm working in currently in a data analyst role, Santosh. So I recently moved to US. So is this class for US students also, right?
For US people, for at least India people, right? I usually don't recommend to know everything. At least one is fine. Knowing Azure
Mhm.
itself is fine. But for US people, right? Knowing all three, it's a very, very good advantage. And the
Okay.
reason why we have kept in the morning time 8 o'clock is US guys also can join. So US guys, I think it's like
Mhm.
9:30 or 10 o'clock in the night, right? So
Mhm.
you can also join.
Mhm.
So that is why we have specifically kept here. In every batch, 20-25% of the people are joining from US.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so so my question is like probably the analyst role will be mostly moving to the data scientist role, right? So data engineering role, is it fine?
Nothing
Fine,
like
right? So that's my confusion
nothing
actually.
like
So
that.
now,
No, no, nothing like that. Analyst role, people will go for engineering also.
okay, okay. Thank you, Santosh. Yeah. After that, you'll also help me in creating the resume and as well as some
Everything I'll help
overview.
you. Everything I'll help you.
Okay. Thank you so much,
You
Santosh.
people only should get frustrated. Why these guys are always back of us? That type of
Mhm.
frustrations will give you.
Thanks, Santosh.
I would like to know the timings for Saturday and Sunday because
Same time, same
joining
time.
from US is 8:30, 8 to
Yeah,
9,
8:30. Maybe it
9:30.
can go up to 11
Okay.
because we'll
Thank
do
you.
two projects, right? So it will go up to 11.
Thank
Will
you.
there be any holidays on festivals?
Yeah, yeah. We'll give holidays whenever we have celebrity. We'll give, and in fact, in case if I'm stuck with somewhere, I'll cancel it and we will continue on the weekend. So that and all is flexible, right? So as long as we are like celebrating everything, everything is fine.
So, Santosh, the timing of this morning is office timing in Monday to Friday. Is it can be more early?
We have another
Uh,
batch, 6:30 batch.
when it will be start?
It will start on March 1st.
March. Oh, okay.
This will be another batch, morning batch.
Yeah,
8 o'clock I'll finish that batch. 8 o'clock I'll start your batch. That's how it is. So 6:30 batch, we have another batch, but it will start on March 1st. If you can wait till March 1st, go for it.
yeah. That 6:30 is okay for me. Mm,
Yeah, then you have to wait for March 1st.
okay. The same class means the same cloud engineering. All three clouds will be covered. The same
Yeah,
content will be there.
yes.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yes, Santosh, will you be the trainer throughout the course or?
You want different trainers? We can get you.
No, 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 no. We want you. Just wanted to confirm
Yeah, we have
because it will
multiple
be.
trainers, but for cloud engineer, I'll be the trainer.
Entire this course you will be only trained, correct?
Only one or two classes over the weekend, with some guest lectures will come. But projects, like every project, everything related to syllabus, I'll take care. So some of the lecturers, like maybe some DevOps concept, right? We will get some experts, but 99.9% every class will be mine.
Okay. So in your course, DevOps part of the deployment related will be also add in this because you have
It will
not
be
written
add-on.
that part.
Yes.
Okay. Kubernetes, Docker, and Git and Jenkins, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So with all that, have a look at it. The two videos, yesterday's videos and today's videos, will be available in YouTube by end of this day. Saturday and Sunday research. Okay, I'm saying don't join KSR. You join anywhere, but you learn. You research, you watch the demo, you join wherever you're understanding, because this is a tough subject. So you will have to understand it. So learning from basics is important. So you go, you research, you attend other demo classes, other sessions, you ask the fees, everything you discuss. Come back to us on Monday. Monday will be starting SQL. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be still another 3 free classes. Go through it and then take a call. Okay. So with that, we'll stop here. Happy weekend and we will meet on Monday. Thank you.